We're going to start off with visual instrumental transcommunication. These are people who are capturing, using technology, pictures of people that no longer walk this earth. So you can see George Meek using a water light method, literally recording water and having faces appear. Spirit faces, this is Mark Macy, who is, I think he's still practicing, but I have met him. He would take Polaroid pictures of people using a device, I can't remember what it was called, but as the picture developed, not only your face would appear, but very often a picture of your loved one. In fact, I had a woman sitting next to me. We each got our Polaroid camera pictures in hand, and although mine just looked like a fuzzy picture of me, when hers developed, there was an image of her daughter. And I clearly saw her daughter and herself, and it was amazing. Sonia Rinaldi, we're going to focus on a little bit. She is our friend in Brazil, who for the past 30 plus years has only been researching and giving away what she does. Never asked for a penny. It's a good sign of being someone honest. And it started out with her. Her husband had passed. She was very interested in science and technology. And she started off with, chopped up human voices. We'll put it to you that way. And she would play a recording of that. And then she'd also record that. And it became such that she was able to have parents come to her house in Brazil, and she'd have an empty chair. The parent would sit in a chair, and of course Sonia would be in another chair, and she'd ask the parents to speak to the chair as if their child was sitting in it. She'd press play and hear these bits of garbled voices and record that. And when the recording got played back, the child's voice was there answering the parent's question. She has done thousands of these, like I said, only giving it away, but she's been working really to prove the evidence of the afterlife. So it first started out with audio, and I always wanted to meet her. I always thought, wow, that just sounded so incredible. And a couple of years ago, I actually went to the Afterlife Research and Education Institute's symposium, and there she was talking about now not only getting voices, but getting images of the deceased. What she has been working on since I've known her is this device. She calls this the Milligan Experiment, because our good friend, physical and trance medium Scott Milligan, bought her some of these devices while we were at a We Don't Die live event in Boston. But she used what is actually a clear Easter egg mold, and she took these 3 little mini projectors that Scott purchased for her, and she basically sent into the center static energy, like when you get a static TV channel. You can see on the top left, that's kind of what it looked like, all in the middle. There's a picture of Sonia right there. And Nikola Tesla, this picture is interesting. This is before the Milligan project. But with her recordings, she started hearing voices, and people would identify themselves as scientists that are on her team helping her with her technology. So not using the Milligan device, but I think she had used maybe a computer screen turned off or something like that, and was sending this static energy to it. And lo and behold, when she played it back, there's a picture of Nikola Tesla. Now, he has never smiled in a picture while he was alive, but Sonia's got a picture of him there. Sonia, from time to time, would send me pictures of people, and she didn't know who they were, and I would post them in the We Don't Die listener Facebook group, and many people could say, that's my son, that's my daughter, that's my husband. Well, a few pictures started coming that seemed to hit home for me. It looked pretty close to my dad, and although, it's easy for other people to see faces and could it be in my imagination, I think our heart knows when we see someone that we recognize. So I got these pictures from Sonia, and there's a picture of my dad. And I just want to show you, using the Milligan experiment, my dad's picture and how it surfaced. So again, she had these different lights showing, or the different projectors showing into this Easter egg. And so all these energy was blending in the center. And you will be able to see, blacks out for a second, the energy is just coming in. Takes about 20 seconds or so before this comes through. Hold on. And there it is. And there it goes. Very interesting to me to see this in action. And the gentleman who is next to what I believe is my dad, my aunt recognized as my dad's actually uncle, who the two of them were very close. So I thought that was pretty neat. Now the next one I'm going to show you, only show you a couple here, but Kyle is a son of Carolyn Chang, and Caroline has Awake to Oneness Radio. And these are a couple of different videos in here, how his face comes. And here's another one. So I know they happen fast, so I'm going to play those again and again. Pretty cool. Now, a skeptical mind can say that Sonia planted them on there, etc., and so forth. Well, she has done literally thousands of different experiments. She uses now steam and vapor. She does all kinds of things. And if you can just imagine this little woman practicing and experimenting, never asking for a dime, and she has worked and she has reunited children with their parents and husbands and wives. And this picture I'm showing you are actual trans images that Sonia has received. She's done a lot of work working with people, not so much working one-on-one, but she, in fact, I don't know if you know of the website Patreon, Patreon. It's her membership site if you type in Sonia Rinaldi, and she has all of her experiments and she documents them all in e-magazines, and people that have a subscription to her site, which is just $5 a month, you can be part of some of her experiments from time to time, but it gives you access to all of her e-magazines and all this wonderful research that she has done. So it's great to have a faith in the afterlife. It's even better to have a knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's real. If you want to find out more about Sonia and her work, We Don't Die Films with Robert Lyon is in production of the Rinaldi film, of actually filming her at work. Much of the filming's been done. The very last step was to head to Brazil into her laboratory, and then COVID-19 hit. So as soon as the earth clears up a bit, we are going to take a trip down to Brazil and actually be in her studio with her. But you can find out more about her, rinaldiinstitute.org, on Facebook, and of course Patreon. Can't recommend her enough.